night, ladies.
Put 'em up, put 'em up!
What we've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
Things look bad. It looks like you're not gonna make it. And you gotta get mean. I mean plumb mad dog mean. Because if you lose your head and you give up, then you neither live nor win. That's just the way it is.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Your assignment tonight is strategic. You can't give the enemy a break. Send them to hell.
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool, nothing else.
Well, good evening. Welcome back to VP4TV. We have Cobra and Albinario playing to see who gets to the semi-final match, basically, because they're going to be playing, Vince says, in that semi-final match. One has to go tonight. Who's it going to be? Going to be a close call. We've got Spectre on in the final after his 17-12 win earlier on this afternoon. And Vince says might still have something to say in it. Well, obviously he will. It's whether he can bounce back. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Give me a confirmation that you're hearing me okay. And I'll have a quick tab. 2 clear, good. Right.
Tactical Genius Productions brings you Albinario vs. Cobra Race to 13. Commentary from Nimble.com and Super Admin. Give the stream a like, you know it makes sense.
Welcome back to Steve.
Good evening, Hugh.
Welcome everybody. Well, when did this tournament start? I can't remember. Did it start before Christmas? It definitely must have.
Yeah, it did.
Because it is the 2023 10 Ball World Championship. Feels as if it's been 2 years. This is going to be a close call. Surely tonight Albinario's brake's got to work better.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, these guys have played so many times. They've had so many great matches. I expect this to be another one. And yeah, the break's going to be real important because, you know, Cobra's really improved. I mean, at one point, I would say he was at a disadvantage. At this point, you know, other than the fact that he wasn't playing good early in the tournament, he seems to have gotten right. And, you know, his moving game's gotten better. He certainly banks a lot better than he used to. You know, this could go either way. I would make Albin still the slight favorite, but could be either one of them.
Well, I think the room's about to go. Or it should do it. And guess what I've got back?
Where's the cue ball going?
There you go.
Gotta have that.
Right. Got to go up now. In the next 10 seconds. We'll get ourselves straight in there. There we go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Right. Well, good luck to both players. Let's hope we have a good close match. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to Rabbit, Slim, Mark, and anybody else that's there. We're broadcasting on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and Facebook. We'll have the lag for the break. I think Cobra's still in his room, but he'll be getting the alert. He'll get the alarm. And here we go. Cobra on the right-hand side. Well, let's hope it's a good one.
Well, I'll be real surprised if it's not. Both these guys have been known to play matches that weren't wonderful, especially Cobra as of late. But the last match I saw with Cobra, he played well, so I'm kind of expecting this to be both players playing well and not a whole lot of mistakes.
Maybe that was a tactical bad lag by Cobra.
Here we go with Albin breaking. What's going to happen?
The usual.
The
usual.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's going to get him. You know, he keeps breaking like that.
It's got him again.
Well, this ball goes. He'll shoot the 8 in the corner here and then the 1 in the other corner. Because he's got to cut this a little bit more than you would think. Because the 8 ball will throw. Anytime you got a shot like this, especially with the balls this close, it's going to throw. So you got to cut it more.
Welcome back to Fast Eddie.
Yep. And that's well done. Perfect shape. He's
table for running out.
Yeah, I mean, he should be out here, barring any silliness.
Well, you know, this could just be the tail of the whole tournament for Albinario. He starts off with a dry break, and now the table is very good, and we feel the inevitable is going to happen.
Well, let's say you break dry half the time, and then of those half
of those the guy runs out.
Half of those are good tables the guy can run out. So that right off the bat, you're giving up what? Probably 4 games?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can't afford to do that.
Welcome back, coldest pillow. I've still got to send a message to Matt to see if he's going to be available this week. That's him with the last 2 weeks off.
Well, let's see if he rolls this or twists it down. I think he'll twist it down, and that's what he's doing.
And he's got the nice angle inside the 6.
Yeah. And this, again, is one of those situations where you want to make sure you get high enough. A little too high is better than not high enough. I mean, it's easy to get shape on the 9 from being higher. Yeah, and something like that, you know. I mean, if you took ball in hand, you may not be that low. I certainly wouldn't want to play any lower.
What does he want to do? Does he want to come around the back of the 10 and play the 9 on the side,
Yes.
or does he just want to roll it up and down table?
Well, he could do either. I mean, it's really up to him.
He's playing it safe, just a little drawback.
Well, see, I wouldn't have done that way. Now he's a little funny. I mean, he's fine, but I would have come up and shot it in the side pocket just because I knew that I'm going to get good on the 10.
Well, it's a wee bit higher cut. This is a test of the nerve straight off the bat. It looks easy enough, doesn't it?
Well, it's not one you expect him to miss.
No problem. Welcome, Popman. So bad start for Albinario, good start for Cobra. Can he capitalise on that with a good break?
He's breaking off the rail, and right off the bat, that's a pretty good break. And Cobra's break percentage was pretty high. What is it? Isn't it in the 70s still for this tournament, or it's at least in the 60s? I know he's played some matches where he's up in the 70s.
I have got no clue. I haven't looked at his stats at all. Not recently, anyway.
I think it's no worse than mid 60s. I'll go look right now just to see, but I'm pretty sure that he's at least in the mid 60s. Yeah, he's 73.97. So he's. Or, wait, wrong line. He's 74%. So. And Albin is 52%.
Big boo boo there.
Yep. Well, he's got a chance to kick this in. You got to kick this with a little speed, just because if you make it, you want the cue ball to go past the 7. You can't roll this. You make it and hook it yourself. That doesn't do any good.
So Albinario, can he get to this 4 ball? I think he can just get to it. It's tight.
I think the smart thing to do is, instead of playing past the 7, is just taking double kiss on the 10. And that's what he's going to do. So he's going to double kiss this 10. You want the cue ball to, the cue ball is going to come across towards the 5. Getting it above the 5, I don't know. He's just looking to hopefully come up with a shot, because it's going to be going more like at the 5.
Yeah, he did get the double kiss, but it's pushed him the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was probably going to happen where he didn't come up that great.
Yeah, here's a touchy little shot, trying to nick in behind this 10.
Nice little safety opportunity, because the 7 gives you a lot more room there. If you don't get it on the 10, you still got the 7.
Yeah, if he sneaks round the back of the 10.
Well, that's not very good. He didn't do either. So it was speed sensitive. You had to kind of decide how you wanted to hit the 5. You could have cut it less and not spun the ball as much. I think he needed to cut the 5 less and not put so much English on the cue ball, and he would have been okay. And Albin gets a chance and gives it back, and that's not good for Albin.
Well, he was just going to run forward and come back into the table, usual. Just get high enough. Straightforward enough and simple.
So now it's 2-0, and this is the kind of start that Cobra needs, because I think he was a slight underdog in this. Now he's looking like the favorite. Well, you know, when you're a game or maybe 2 underdog, he's already erased that. And honestly, I'm not sure he is the underdog. Looking at how Albin's been breaking compared to Cobra, you know, it's like 25% more success rate for Cobra, and there it goes again. That's another dry break for Albin.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just going to kill him because Cobra plays too good for him to break dry like this all the time. I mean, he goes 50%, Cobra goes 75%. It's going to be very difficult for Albin to win.
I'll tell you what,
So I'm changing my prediction. I'm making Cobra the favorite.
If this one goes in,
break.
he could be off and running here.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's shooting this, to be honest. I wouldn't be shooting this. Good shot. I guess he was probably playing two-way there. I would have played just the safety because it was more guaranteed that way. But hey, you know, he's very confident, and this is the guy that always used to make fun of me when I said, "Oh, this is not a hard bank," and Cobra would be laughing, "Oh, bullshit," and all this. And after playing the bank tournament, now he banks pretty good.
Well, can he get down to this 3? Yes, he can. Plenty of room.
Well, but he didn't make the ball.
He's made the mistake.
Well, this kind of has been his issue this tournament. He's just missed more balls in this tournament than I've seen him missing most of them.
Albinario must get out here. He must send a message back to Cobra. Let him know that you do the mistake, I will respond. He doesn't want to run too far.
Well, Slim, I'm in that same boat. I know that move. I'm a slow starter too. And you're right, Albin is a slow starter. He just seems never to really start off with a bang.
Well, there's one major trouble with being a slow starter. The match could be over before you get started. That's the problem. It depends how long you take to start. It could be a lost cause.
Most of the tournaments I've won have been from the losers bracket because I usually go there early. Yeah, Albin, break is rigged. That's right. I got a piece of code in there. If your name is Albinario, then we're going to screw you with a rack.
Well, he should be home and dry. Break goes back to Cobra to preserve his lead.
Well, they've each done some ball missing, but yeah, I mean, Slim, I remember the last match Albin played. He missed some balls and started slow, and then it was pretty much a blitzkrieg.
Well, I think that's right. I didn't hear anything go. No. And a shot in the 1. And the 2's wide open.
I mean, I don't remember what the score was. It's real polling power, but I think he was down early or not doing that well, and he beat him 13-6. That says something.
Right, now, Is he trying to
Well,
come in behind that 8 ball and down the table to play the 3 into the left
yeah.
side? I mean, the path is there to get there.
Yeah, I mean that's tough at this angle. I think he's got to come up and play the 3 in the side or the same corner as a 2. I think he's got to go around the table. I don't think he can get to
Oh,
it otherwise.
he's holding it for the corner.
Well, that's well done. I mean, he recognized the line there and ran it on it. That's well done.
I mean, if he'd overrun, he would have been okay as well. If he'd overrun a bit more, but I mean, that'll do.
Yeah.
Slim broke 25%. Well, that's probably why you're not in the tournament anymore, Slim.
Well, that just shows that Albin knows where the cue ball is going, which is always a good thing.
So 6 ball clears past the 10, fine, there's no problem up there.
Are you trying to advertise and get games, Slim?
Yeah. He's trying to sucker somebody in.
Oh, I loved it when people talk bad about my game. The more they wanted to do that, the better it was.
Well, I think people will avoid even more when you say that, Slim. They'll be giving you a wide berth.
Nice little touch. You know, Albin just has great touch. He really does. I mean, sometimes he gets a little too much into that being touchy, and it costs him, but not usually. I mean, his touch is just phenomenal.
Oh, need to miss that 8.
Well, you know, he was going to have to really juice it up to miss the 8. He's okay.
Well, he
Could've
hasn't stuck it on the 9. That's the one thing he hasn't done. So he's good to go. We dress the balance here.
See how he went to the side rail there? A lot of guys wouldn't do that, but what he's doing is he's trying to get the cue ball to run down on the line he wants, and that's perfect. And that's, you know, if you watch how he moves the cue ball, he plays smart because he runs the cue ball on good lines. He runs the cue ball on lines that are down the next shot line.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you want to do because it's less speed sensitive.
Well,
a lot of players would have come straight down on that.
I'll be breaking.
Well, he broke from a different spot.
Yeah, but guess what? Guess
it's
what?
Still dry.
I mean, he's had 3 breaks and they're all dry.
Well, his cue ball's hopping a little. He needs to either raise the butt or lower the butt. You know, he needs to change how the cue ball is hitting that rack, how it's flying into it, because the cue ball flies on the break. And, you know, you could fly all the way to the head ball. You could one hop it into the head ball. You know, there's different ways you can hit it, but it affects what the rack does. And I think he's just, the way he's flying it just isn't right. That one just kind of did a little pop up and stop there. And, you know, if that's not working, you got to do something different. Cut break, fly it differently.
Well, this is a 2-in-1 shot, is it not?
It is. The problem with this, if you hit it wrong, you hit the 2.
He's going all out for it. He's got it. He's a bit straight here, though. Now, the 3 doesn't. Does it go past 5? I think it does.
I think it does. It does. It's
Yeah.
it's probably at least 75% of the
Yeah,
pocket. He'll shoot it there.
2
Well,
thirds
he
of the
may be
pocket.
going, it looks like he's going forward. He's going to shoot it in the other one. And it's sitting pretty good to go forward. Just got to watch out for the side pocket. And that's good speed. See how it's rolling right at the side pocket?
Let's have a look at see what the line is, though.
He's okay. Run into the 5 ball here. That's what I would do. I would just stun this and run into the 5. If you come up funny on the 4, you play safe.
Well, he's double checking to see the 4 goes, and it does go. got room.
Yeah, I would just run into the 5 here. You could run into the 4, but the way it's sitting, I think that's a bad idea. You have to hit it pretty easy too. I'd bump the 5.
I wonder if he's looking to brush the 4 on the right side and push it to the left past the 7 ball.
I don't like doing that. I'd run into the 5. You may come up bad, but you can play safe.
Well, he's on it. He's on it,
Yeah.
but this is a blind cut.
Well, I don't know if that's what he was trying to do, but if it was, a pretty good shot. Yeah, this shot isn't bad though. I mean, the trickiest part here is you really got to spin this up with a lot of left English to hold the cue ball. This is where you want to put a lot of English on it and kind of heavy dink shot. He doesn't put any English on it.
Got the
And he
jaw.
misses it. Maybe he put a little English on it. I don't know, but it isn't in the hole, and that's going to hurt.
Well, this is just a little chip. Just a little chip. But get high enough.
That kind of shot that Cobra just missed, those little touch shots, that's the kind of shot that Albin is really good at.
Yeah.
Albin's good at running tough racks because he's got such good touch with the cue ball.
So this early on, the match has sort of turned on its head here from the good start that Cobra, well, obviously from Albinario's dry break, but
well, Slim said it. Albin's a slow starter. I mean, Albin still has an issue with the break, but if Cobra keeps making mistakes, that issue is going to become a moot point. I mean, Cobra's got to stop missing balls.
So I would imagine 8 balls straight down the table past the 9, unless he's going to do something
He may
moving
come out
here.
for this. He may come out or go around it. He's going to go around
and behind it. Right. So, is he going to leave the angle to run the cue ball up to the 10, risking a scratch, or is he just going to cross straight back?
I think he's going to soft draw this. Yep, just like that. Now he's just going to pull it back.
So, there is a little bit of pressure on Cobra. There's pressure all the time now because it makes the break even more vital when it's your turn. So Albie's in the lead.
Well, I mean, Cobra's definitely made more mistakes than Albin. The only reason he's up, he's only down 3-2 is because of the breaks. And that break looks dry.
Oh, here's Albie. Albie's chance. Well, I think he's hooked though.
Yeah.
I think he's hooked.
So, it's, you know, if you're confident in jumping, you can jump this. Otherwise, it's play safe or push. Safety-wise, pretty tough. So
well,
he's pushing out to the jump shot.
He's put the bait out there for Cobra. Is Cobra going to give him it back?
I'd be giving this back,
yeah.
unless there were jump cues. Then of course I'm shooting it, but that's a pretty good play there. I mean, that was not an easy place to play safe. That's a pretty good play.
He's going to be in trouble in a minute. There. Yeah, he'll be in trouble. And if Albie can bring this cue ball back up to the line behind the 10 and 3 sort of, it's going to be really tough to get to it. Yeah, that's got him in a lot of bother. Yeah,
distance is good, but distance isn't good when there's a lot of balls around the object ball. It's really good late in the game. Of course, guy can bank it, but, at least you're not just selling out something super simple.
Well, that's a tight window to get that cue ball in that line.
No, I think he's got to go to the behind the 6 and spin it off the rail. No, he's going the other way.
Right, so he's going that way.
This is very tight here. Oh no, he's going the way I was talking about.
You just caught that was a very good effort.
Didn't quite get it opened up enough. So here we go with the low ball. And, you know, Vincez, whichever one of these guys Vincez ends up playing, it's going to be a tough match. I enjoy the differences in how players play, you know, the strengths and weaknesses in their game. And it's fun to watch different guys decide how they're going to try to run out a table or play safe.
Oh dear.
Well, I mean, that was,
Oh,
he tried to get real good on the 3 and overrolled it.
yeah.
So when you got that shot, you got 2 choices. Either I leave it way short and go up and down the table, or I try to get up on it. Then you risk doing what just happened there. I'm not saying which way is right. Me personally, I probably would have left it way short and gone up and down the table just because it's really easy to do this or come up, you know, not far enough. Although he did overroll it by quite a bit.
Well, Albinario has been practicing his jump shot. I don't think he's got any luck here, though, has he?
Oh, he's okay.
Oh, he's on it. Yeah, I didn't think he was on it. Well,
Problem here is getting on the 5. He's going to have to jack up and spare this, I think. Well, he can probably go forward. He can go forward to the long rail if he wants. He's got to cut the 4 ball a little left. He's not going to mess with that. He's coming back. And he's overcooked it. But this is a nice natural shot. This is just a little stun shot. A lot of players have trouble with this back cut angle. It's kind of an optical illusion. The typical miss is to overcut this. I don't think Albin will. He's not even going to stun it. He looks like he's just going to roll it. So I don't like rolling it, but you know, this is still just fine.
well, it'd be two. I mean, is it long rail past the side pocket to the right and back over to the
Yes.
left of that 7?
Yeah, you're going to go in between the 7 and 8 because it's natural. So this is where, you know, you need to know where the cue ball is going. You got to get the cue ball on the right line.
Well,
this really isn't that difficult a shot for players that know where the cue ball is going.
I'm looking at that sort of line, sort of like that.
He just needs a hit.
Whether that will take that line.
He needs a hit below the first diamond on the side pocket and not further than the second diamond.
He's trying to go that
Probably
way.
a little above.
Yeah, he's trying to get into the gap, but he's
left
himself too square. Left himself too square. 6
but he
balls
missed the
hung
ball.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, he missed the ball. So that really wasn't that hard a shot, but I don't know. I didn't expect him to miss the ball. Actually, I expect him to run out there.
This is not easy either, this. I mean, this looks simple enough, pot a ball and get up onto the 7, but he's played that very well.
Get it around the table.
Very well done. Loads of room. Nice and high in the 8 ball.
Remember that shot on the 5 ball where I said he should stun this and he rolled it? You know, and then he got a little thin on the 6 and things got tough. I still thought he should have been out, but.
Yeah, he just left himself too square on that 6 ball. Dodgy when they're square like that.
But if you stun that 5 ball, you know, you're going to be on that 6 like with something a lot easier.
Well, that's one that's got away for Albie. He had a chance to get daylight there.
Well, everybody's going to make mistakes. I mean, nobody's going to play perfect. Well, sometimes people do. I've seen perfect, but
here we go. Take 4. Albinario, I think, is dreading it right now. He's dreading it. He surely can't be that unlucky. He's not going to get a ball.
Well, let's see what the cue ball does. I mean, I think he needs to mess with his butt angle some. If this thing just kind of pops up and stops, that's the same thing he's been doing. See what it's doing? He's just popping it and stopping.
Yeah, and it's still dry.
Well, he's got to do something different. The problem is not where he's breaking from. It's how he's doing the butt angle and just kind of popping and killing the ball. He's got to do something different there because it's just not working. And he keeps moving the ball position, but he gets the same break.
4 in a row for Albie, not a sniff of a ball in a pocket.
This is either safety or play the billiard. Myself, I like safety because billiard could be missed and a 6 ball could be put on the 1. And I don't really like that safe.
Well, Albinario's going to have a kick at that, maybe up and down past the 10.
Yeah, I just, that's kind of a cinch the safe shot.
I mean, it would be a much easier shot had the 1 ball been stuck in the rail.
Well, this cue ball needs to hit the rail pretty close to the side pocket.
Yeah, to get that. Yeah,
just past the side pocket.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Yeah, it was just a little low. It hit at about the first diamond.
I mean, it did everything but go in.
Albin BS. Everybody has learned some stub speak.
Yeah, it spreads like a virus. Welcome back to Tam.
Hey, Tam.
Well, just a quick update for Tam on Albinario's break. It's as shit as ever it was. He's had 4 breaks, all dry.
Yeah.
And
I mean, what you do when the ball's not going in on the break is honestly not that simple. I've asked that question of a lot of great players, of what do you do when you're not making balls and this and that, and and I've asked it some Hall of Famers because I think that's one of the hardest adjustments there are. So Nick Varner, he said, well, if I hit a couple breaks from a spot and I hit the head ball solid and I don't make anything, then I think about moving the ball. Scotty, what the hell's famous player? He died about 3 or 4 years ago. Anyhow, his first move with the cue ball was to move it back. So what you're doing when you move the cue ball back is you're changing where it's going to bounce on the table, how it flies into the head ball. I've watched Shane break a lot and watch him where he moves the ball. Shane tends to vary his speed a lot.
He's okay.
And you don't see guys here varying their speed that much, but that can be very effective to, break at different speeds. Albie's going to have to figure out, how to deal with the balls not going in, because right now he doesn't seem to be able to.
Welcome, Tommy. Welcome back to Mark.
You know what, Tommy? I mean, it sort of depends. I think,
he's going to be stuck in the rail.
I think if you're playing with a template rack, yeah. But if you're not playing with a template rack, it can be pretty rough.
Welcome to Chimpy. Well, I think this is a really tough cut, this 8 ball. Really tough. Oh, he's nailed it. He's nailed it.
Because I was thinking, man, this could easily go in the side pocket. So that was very close to the side. What'd you miss? Well, it's pretty much been Albin breaking dry and Cobra missing balls. That's sort of been how this match has gone, and that's why it's tied up. I think Cobra's missed 3 balls and Albin's missed at least 1. But they're both playing okay. Except for Albin's break, which is just 4 breaks and 0 made balls. That's not good. Watch what the Cobra's cue ball does. See how his cue ball is moving to the side there? And how
Oh.
it didn't pop, and how it didn't do that little pop, how it stayed on the table and moved sideways.
Yeah, and he's got a
So,
couple of balls.
if you're Albin, you should be look at that and go, okay, well, I'm going to break like this because he's making balls. Copy your opponent if he's making balls. But I don't think Albin is really understanding how the cue ball is coming off the rack, and he's just not paying attention to what Cobra's doing.
Welcome to Hazad Has Ventures.
I mean, if I was Albin, I'd move around behind Cobra while he was breaking and look at his butt angle, look where he's putting the Q-tip.
Well, we saw what Albinario did earlier on when he attempted to jump. He was very successful, and he's going to have another go.
I mean, that first league, I was playing Sergaresh and breaking like shit, and I literally went behind him and watched his cue and watched where he broke it, and the next two breaks, I made balls on both breaks. There's nothing wrong with copying your opponent. There's no rule against that. Well, this is not an easy jump shot. Well, I'm not sure that was worth shooting at to get the cue ball there.
Well, this is touchy. I mean,
Yeah,
he can try and dink the 2 and nick around behind the 8 and 10, can't he?
Yeah, I think that's what he's probably going to do. I mean, that's a pretty simple shot because you can use the 7 to control the 2 ball. And hitting this easy, it's hard to really lose the 2 ball unless you hit it really poorly. You just want the 2 ball to come into the 7 fairly direct. And I think, where he's at, that's pretty good to get it behind the 10-7.
And that'll do it.
Yeah, he didn't really play it into the 2.
Well, he can spin.
But whatever he did, it was good.
Yeah, I think he needs to spin this a bit if he's going to chip the edge of the 2.
Well, this is where you just soft spinner and hit the 2 behind the 7 and leave the cue ball there. Now this is where Cobra maybe isn't so savvy. This is just soft spinner, and he's jacking up. I don't think he needs to jack up to hit this way. See, but he got it. He did what he needed to there. That was a good shot. Maybe he did need to jack up because he hit that pretty good. Little harder than you want to. I think he left Albin an edge, unfortunately. Albin may call the 4 ball if he's got the edge on the 2.
Yeah.
Boy, I don't know. It's tight.
Oh, yeah, he's got the edge.
Well, he's trying to get behind the 4. Well, that was asking a lot. He needed to put some spin on it. Interesting idea. So he should be playing safe here. I mean, you could shoot at this, but why? So I would try to put him on the 7. So this is a shot where you cut the 2 with a little bit of a stun and some right English. So the cue ball goes to the end rail and the English kills it and just sits up on the 7. He's just going to take it up table, which, that's okay too. I mean, it's not as good. You're not going to get the guy locked on a ball, but this is
feather light touch and duck behind the 7.
Oh, this is I don't know. That's I'm not sure I like that shot.
Yeah, that's what he's going to be playing.
It's pretty tight here. I think he can do it, but it's pretty tight. Yeah, that was a hard shot.
He hasn't got there though.
Yeah, that was tough. I don't know what else he could have done. I mean, that may have been the only thing there.
See, the problem for Cobra here is getting the 2 ball away anywhere because the 8 ball and 10 ball are in a line where he would want to maybe, because there's nothing but open space up here. This is tricky, this. I don't think you can do an awful lot here with this.
You can draw this with left English and I think hold it behind the 8. I think draw and left English and try to hold it. He's not going to do that. He's going to use the 8 ball.
Well done.
That's a nice shot. That's a touch shot. I don't think he's got an edge. So this I would kick firmer. What you want to do is hit the 2 ball so it goes between the 8 and 10, and then you want the cue ball to hit the 8 and go to the end rail. So you're hitting on the near side of the cue ball.
He's got to hit it in the southern hemisphere or the eastern hemisphere as I'm looking at it.
And you're gonna hit this with some speed because you know you want the cue ball to move all the way back to the end rail. If you hit this right, you can come out pretty good on this. The nice thing is the 5 ball's up there too.
He's hit it on the other side.
Up on top of it. That's no good.
It's wide open.
And if you're going to practice kicks, the most important thing on kicking safe is being able to hit the correct side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be able to pick out, some sliver on the ball when you're kicking safe, but you do need to be able to at least get the correct half.
Well, this is looking odds on at the moment. The 2-rack lead again. Pressure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if ever there's pressure on Albie's brake, it's going to be next rack. He's heading for a 5-er.
Well, Cobra just won the safety battle, so that's a big thing for Cobra. He's a disadvantage in the moving game. He starts winning safety battles, and that's bad for Albin.
How straight is he on this 5?
Oh, he's fine. He can come
got
down.
An angle.
This is one I'd try to bring all the way down. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That's a correct shot there.
It needs to bounce a bit.
A little. Yeah, he's okay. He can roll this because you want to get above the 8 anyways and then go around the corner 2 rails to shoot the 10. This is fine. He's straight enough, he may just come straight out for it.
I wonder if Albie's actually tried braking with his eyes closed. Maybe that'll work.
I'll tell you, I've worked on my brakes so much.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh. Well, here's the Albert. Here, listen. This is the 6th ball over again, folks.
I'd like to see how he hit that ball. There's no way you should ever miss that ball. Did he juice up English or something there?
I don't know what he did there, but
that should have been just a Q-tip above the center and just hit it.
This is a replica of the 6th ball, Steve.
Oh God,
this is a nightmare for Albinario.
That's sickening. We got a WTF out of Cobra.
Yeah, he's annoyed there. And Albie hasn't done it this time. This time he's got the cut. Well, that is a big blunder there for Cobra and a sigh of relief for Albinario. But this might just backfire again in Albie because now he knows he's going to be braking. And that's imminent. Is he going to get a ball? Who's taking bets? Can he do 5 in a row dry breaks?
Well, let's see what the cue ball does. Is it going to do that little hop and die? Cobra's cue ball is staying on the table. Plus, he's cutting it a little.
Well, I'll be hitting this 1 ball pretty much. Very slight cut, and he's just dying. He's just dying.
But see what the cue ball did? It does a little hop and sits.
Mm-hmm.
That's not working. Stop doing that.
And it's 5 in a row. When's Albinario going to learn?
He keeps changing his brake position. That's not doing it. Copy Cobra.
Yeah, I mean he's got to cut it a bit more than that. I think he's barely cutting it.
Well, I think it's as much as butt angle. You don't want if that little pop up was making balls every time, yeah, but it's not. So I think his butt angle's a little too high. Maybe his Q-tip's a little too high.
Now, when you say, does Albinario understand what we mean by butt angle? Do you think he's actually adjusting his chair that he's sitting on for his butt angle, or he's actually not aware of changing the butt angle of the Q?
Do I need to say Q stick when I say butt angle?
Do you think Albinario doesn't quite understand that? Maybe it doesn't translate in Swedish. Maybe he's sitting in 3 cushions and then on his chair. Maybe he needs to take a cushion away to change his butt angle. Maybe that's his problem.
All I know is it's usually pretty easy to try to copy your opponent. Now, I have tried to copy my opponent before and still not gotten the cue ball to do the same thing. But at least if you try, you got a chance.
Well, this is amazing. I think this is the longest streak of the whole tournament where we've had a player break 5 times absolutely stone cold dry, not a snip of a ball, and he keeps doing the same thing. Now, I would credit Albinario with a bit of common sense and actually change something up big time, just for the hell of it. You know, go somewhere else, shorten the break up, come back into the kitchen a bit more. I mean, go narrower, go wider, do anything. I mean, I'd be well past that stage by now.
I think it's a lack of understanding of how to adjust. And but still, I mean, like I said, you can copy your opponent.
Well,
Go get
Albinario's
behind him and see what he's doing.
Albinario's checking it. He's keeping an update of the stats. He said his last 17 breaks, he's in 16 dry breaks.
Well,
I
you
mean,
know, Cobra's doing what he was doing early in this tournament, where he's just not playing well, and you know, he needs to snap out of it. He had a match or two that he played very well, and he can't keep going like this and win this match. Even with Albin breaking shit, Cobra's going to lose if he keeps missing ducks.
a fresh pair of lucky undies for Albinario. Well, anything, you know, a change of underwear might help. I mean, take a 5-minute break, Albie.
I've sat and watched, like when Shane is practicing his break, I've just gone over and watched practice. That was very educational, just watching him practice the break. Now, some of the stuff he does I can't do, like the speed he can hit it, but you know, I've watched Shane practice quite a bit. It's watch other people, see what they do. You know, when you're in here as a spectator, you can get right behind the cue stick and look and see how they're hitting it. You can see the butt angle, you can see the tip. I mean, I just don't think it's that difficult to make some adjustment to get better than 0 for 5.
Well, Albinario's glad it's not himself breaking again. But he does have the lead. So the pressure is on Cobra to respond after his boo-boo on his last visit.
Well, Tam, I can tell you that I could. I lost a 10-ball match at Santos Sambajan where I broke 6 times and 5 of them were completely dry, and the 6th one I made the cue ball. So that was 0 for 6 in a match.
Well, good news for Cobra is a ball has gone in. The bad news is that the 2 ball is sort of dead. I think he's he's got an angle on the 1 ball, but I mean, what does he do here? Does he just get out into the open? Because I don't think can he get enough of that 2 ball to play some sort of combo into the 7?
I would slide the cue ball over towards the 10, and then I would shoot a stop shot on the 2 and use the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Or somehow move the cue ball back into the 3 and use the 5, or you know, I'd be just coming over the long rail someplace. He's going to come back more, and the good thing about that, it gives him a little better angle. Well, that's too much more.
Well, Tam's showing his age there, Mark. Tam thinks you're talking about going out dancing and jigging.
He's probably going to play the billiard here, is my guess, because he's not at an angle where he can shoot the shot, simple safety shot I was talking about. You know, he's going to play the billiard.
I think this has got to be a gentle billiard because he's obviously bringing the 2 into play, but he doesn't want the 2 to disappear up the table.
No, and he's got to hit this fairly thin. It's just a little touch shot.
That's gentle enough. He's going to have to come up with another one, though.
Well, he can shoot the combo here. This is a pretty easy combo. You go forward with the cue ball, and then you shoot the 2 back in the pocket. You shot the 7. So he'll just make this combo and go forward with the cue ball. What's he doing? Why is he doing that? I would cut this a little more and make sure I'm making it and go forward with the cue ball and shoot the 2 in the pocket he just made the 7. He's going to try to shoot the 2 in the same pocket as 3. Yeah, see, I don't like playing it that way. I thought he could get the cue ball past that going forward.
I wonder if that is a genuine excuse that Cobra just said there. He said he had to change his mouse. Maybe he's just winding it up.
Oh, yeah, he's just jerking Albin's chain, trying to get him to buy a $150 trackball.
Well, this is not a gimme.
Oh boy, that was close. He hits that 10 ball and he could have been right behind the 8, but he missed it and he's perfect.
Well,
Well, it's looking like 5-5 unless Cobra misses. What
yeah.
did he call it? A sitter?
Yeah. Here we go again. Albie's having nightmares now.
Oh, that's a strange word, a sitter. I mean, aren't all the balls just sitting there
Well,
waiting to get hit?
I mean, it's a term that I've only ever heard. Well, I've probably heard it used in snooker, but mostly in football over here.
Is it a sitter in front of the pocket?
No,
sitter in front of the pocketer?
Aye, something like that. But in football, a sitter is when the player's in on goal, he's like 6 yards out and he blasts it over the bar and round the post. That's a sitter.
Okay, I guess we're stealing from other games then, because I'm not sure it makes sense in the game, but all right. Oh, Larry's here.
Well, here we are. I mean, this will be amazing if he does it 6 in a row. I'm saying he gets a ball this time, but he's got to change something up here. Right, so we're over to the left this time. We're going for the wider break. Is he cutting it any?
It doesn't matter. Let's see what the cue ball does. See, same thing with the cue ball.
Yeah.
He's doing the same thing.
10 balls gone in.
He made a ball. Oh my God! And he's lucky to. I mean, he's got to change that.
He's got a ball.
So Larry, that "Don't Follow Me" character that called you a troll got muted for 15 minutes after that.
Oh, Larry, a troll? Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, well, what's worse is the guy asks a question, Larry answers it, honestly and clearly, and the guy calls Larry a troll.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised, Larry. I mean, I think I waited for the first 5 years in VP3 before actually Larry said a word in the chat anywhere.
So then the guy's in the lobby asking questions later. I didn't answer him. I figured, okay, you don't deserve an answer after that.
Well, you should have asked him that same question, Slim, after he played Spectre Dawn in Friday Night 9 Ball the other night. There, he might have a second opinion. Larry didn't hang around for the troll part. He missed that. Well, is this going to be a break and run out here for Albie?
That is perfect there. I mean, that's that's what he needed to do, is get good on his 3. That's perfect. This is just a little spinner. I would just do all English here. Center of the ball, English, just spin it down there.
Oh, he's spending more time looking at this. That always worries me. He's got all the open space he needs on this left-hand side of the table. I don't like that. Is he getting there? Well, this is getting ugly very quickly.
Let me tell you why that happened.
Look at the state of this.
Because he's not used to hitting that kind of shot. So when you hit a spinner like that, the cue ball is going to pick speed up off the rails. I've said this before on these little safety shots.
Why didn't he stun it to the rail and take?
No, that was the right shot. That was the most consistent way to play it. I just don't think he's used to putting that much spin on the ball like that.
Well, I'm thinking, why didn't he play a shot that he was more comfortable with if he wasn't comfortable with that one? Surely he's going to stick Cobra up here.
I don't know.
He's not trying to play this into the side, is he?
No, he's going to shoot in a corner.
Oh, it goes. I didn't think that went there, but it does go.
But there's safety shots you can play where people don't play them because they think they can't control the speed of the object ball. And you can, because you just spin up the cue ball, because when it hits the rail, it's going to accelerate from that English on it, and you can get the cue ball to really go, hitting the object ball pretty easy.
Well, he's overdone it. He's
Uh-oh.
catching a 6. Now he needs to get lucky, and he hasn't.
He didn't.
Well, Cobra's going to be hampered.
But that's something guys in VP4 need to practice is spinner shots, because you can do a lot, especially in safety plays, if you know that shot. Guys pass up really good safety opportunities because they don't know how to hit that shot.
See, I would have weighed up the odds in that cut there. I mean, okay, Albinario played it good that he got nice in the 5, but he still had a good chance here to stick Cobra up there.
Yeah, getting on the 5 made that cut a lot harder because he had to hit it with inside English.
Albinario's now got an excuse saying the room's too cold, and this has gone badly wrong very quickly as well.
Yeah, he didn't get by the 6, and
well, Albinario's got let off the hook here, because I would have given that to Cobra every day of the week.
Yeah, I mean, he had to get in the gap between the 10 and the 8, but I didn't think it was that difficult.
Albinario's too cold. Well, I thought Swedish homes had triple glazing and all sorts of heating. Bearing in mind it's probably still about -20 where Albi is at the moment.
Oh boy! And then he compounds error by missing the kick. Well, that hurts.
Well, you know what I'm going to ask you, Larry? Are you available for next week? Larry's fed up with it. Oh dear. I haven't had a hold of Matt. I'll have a word with Matt at some point, hopefully, during the week, and find out if he's going to be a no-show again. I might have to rethink my overall team lineup and ditch him. Get somebody that's going to be around. Well, you've been let off the hook, Albi. You can't mess this up. That needs to keep going, or it needs to slow up, one of the two. Well, he's got to get the cut right, because he's well past the 50-yard line on this 8 ball.
Yeah, this is pretty easy. He'll shoot the 9 in the corner. I mean, that's a shot that comes up a lot. It's not hard to get a good line on 9 there.
Now, explain that analogy. He's a baseball player, is he not, or is he an ice hockey player, Cal Ripken?
Baseball.
Baseball. You know why I know Cal Ripken is a baseball player, because I had a brilliant baseball game years ago it was on the console, and I played that for weeks on end. It was a brilliant game. And I don't know what team he played for, but I know the name Cal Ripken. I take it he was a long-term baseball player. He had a big long career. Yeah,
very long career.
Right then, Larry, you're in. Then you're in. You're first in the list. So Cobra needs to respond again. This is tit for tat. This blow for blow. 3,000 games in a row.
By the way, Larry, if you want to be Cal Ripken, you need to start winning some of these world championships.
Oh, you didn't have to put that dig in, Steve. That's below the belt. That's below the belt.
Because Cal Ripken won a lot.
that is a body blow. That would be a point off, Steve, because that was well below the belt.
Was that did I troll?
Larry's,
Am I a troll?
Yeah, I think you should mute yourself for that. I mean, Larry does me the kindness of coming into the stream, and what does he get? Abuse. He'd be better off talking to that guy in the lobby again. What the hell's happened here? Is that a push out? It was not a very good push out, I have to say. In fact, I'll go even further and say a pretty poor push out if this cuts this 1 ball.
It's still a poor push out. This is the easiest
No, it
safety in the
doesn't. Yeah,
world. This is
yeah,
the easiest safety in the world. Everybody's getting safe on this.
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, that's a terrible push out.
yeah. That was awful. And I don't mean the awful that goes into a haggis. I mean, it was just awful.
You know, I mean, you'd be salivated to have that shot.
I mean, I would have managed to dig out a safety there, I think.
Pretty good attempt at it. Get no love out of it. So, well,
Right
let's see what
then,
Alva can do here. So,
let's look ahead then. What does he do with this 6, 8, and 10?
well,
Because that isn't any kind of combo.
I'd be looking at using a 3 ball to get to it. Or the 2 ball. I mean, if you can get like around where the 9 ball is and have a little angle, you could slide over and bump it because the 3 is right into the 3, and that's perfect.
Oh, he's
Except
going to
he's
be in.
jacked up.
Yeah, he's going to be in trouble doing this.
You know, you could hook yourself with a 6 ball, but chances are no. He may be able to go behind the 5 and get to it, but I think it's easier to stun just because now you have to put English on it to go behind the 5.
Now, 2 or 3 nights ago, LS3 signed up for the snooker and there was nobody in it, so she never appeared.
I'm not sure what the heck Albin's doing here. I would try to stun this over into the 6. He looks like he's playing safe. No. I think he's going to run up and down the table here into the 6.
That was a terrible push-out clip.
But the thing about running up and down the table is you're not going to leave yourself the greatest cut on the 5. You know, if you're coming at the 3-6 from the near end rail where he is now, then you're probably coming up with a good shot. Coming at it this way, you know, the best you're going to probably get is a back cut or a bank.
Well, you've got to hope that the minimum amount of players for that tournament to go live, Coldest Pillow, is 2 players. If it's 4, forget it. It probably won't happen. Well, here's the shot. This is all or nothing. This shot right here, because he's perfect to get a bump into this 8-6.
Yeah, the problem with this is you got to shoot the 6, and that's always makes it tough.
You have no idea what's happening here. Well, that might be a beauty. That's perfect.
that's gonna work.
That was in the plan.
Yeah, if you can do that, then you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that tomorrow, Slim. I'll do that tomorrow.
Well, he left a lot of angle on this. I guess he's just planning on not shooting a combo. I guess he's planning on coming across and shooting the 8 in the other corner or shooting the 8 up table.
Well,
shoot this 8 up table. That's actually not a terrible play to play for that, but
I don't like this combo, the way the 10's sitting tight on that rail.
He's playing for the short side, and he missed the ball.
Missed
that's just horrible. You know, that's you don't expect him to miss that. I think he was so focused on getting the speed right and getting on the 8 that. So
well,
I might come across and play this in the side pocket, or play it up table. He's going to try the same thing Albin did with a lot more success. That was very well done.
So it's Cobra's turn to get off the hook this time.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are making enough mistakes that nobody's out of it.
Yeah. Well, if Vince says is watching, then I don't think he needs to have any fear in a race to 13 against either of these 2 at the moment.
Well, I don't think Spectre Don's going to either.
No.
This is not up to the standard these guys usually play at.
So, what are we? Back on par as far as break goes. Albinario going next. He said 1 success all night. 1 ball in the break, which I think he didn't run out though, didn't he?
If you watch what the cue ball does, it does the same thing every time. It takes a little hop and squats right there in front of the 1. And he's got to change that because it's not working.
Oh, he's going the other way. He's cutting it from the other side now.
That one didn't hop. See that one?
Yeah.
It didn't hop. Okay, there was no hop there.
Yeah, he actually cut across the one ball that time.
And I'm not saying, no, he came straight back. But I'm not saying hop is bad. Hop is bad when you're not making balls. Then you got to do something different.
What does he do?
Well, it's not a bad choice to bank it, but it's also not a bad choice to play safe. If you're going to play safe, I think you want to run the cue ball at the 6. I might take a shot at this. The 4 is in the way.
It's tight. It's tight past the 4. Yeah, he's just. Well, he would have liked to run another 2 or 3 inches here. That would have been very good if he'd got the legs.
So, this is one of those thin safeties where you put the 1 ball behind the 10, and you bring the cue ball over and use the 4, and you got the 4, 5, 10. Is it an easy safe? No, but it's a doable safe. You know, when you're not taking much of the 1, the cue ball, you'll be able to bring the cue ball all the way across and use the 4. You got to cut this 1 pretty thin. Too thin's a little better than too thick. And Cobra shot exactly that shot, and well done.
Yeah,
finally,
he's got it.
Finally, somebody shot that shot. I mean, that's a shot that really comes up all the time. That kind of thin, like low angle bank. And he's hit it perfect. Now this is tough for Albin here. I mean,
he's going for the mass. You got to get the pace of this right. If it's too soft, it will spin too much and miss the 1 completely. And that's perfect. That is absolutely spot on.
What a shot that was.
Absolutely nailed.
I'm thinking I don't like this shot, but I guess if you can shoot it like this, you like it. Wow.
Well,
that was a great shot.
Right back at you, Cobra.
He can hold this up. You hit just past the 7
why
with
doesn't
a little draw in left English.
Why doesn't he call the 8 ball? Call the 8 ball and kick the 1 next to the 9. You know, down next to the 9 on the left side.
It's too hard to kick. I would call the 1 in the side pocket. I would hit just past the 7 with draw and a little left English. See, he had a pretty. That was actually a reasonable kick shot to kick the 1 in the side, because when you straighten the cue ball out like that, it's easier to get the line on the ball to the pocket.
Right. Well, the 2 goes if you're good on it. The 2 definitely does go, but he's got to get good on this, because you don't want to be at any angle high up the table in this 2, because that makes it horrible.
This game was a situation of a very good safety by 7 by a Cobra, followed by a great kick, great mass A safety by Albin.
Now here's a question in Coldest Pillow. What are the prices, or what were the prices there for a Super Bowl ticket? Because I mean, it's about. It must be like what, $200 or $300 at least.
Oh shit! Are you kidding me?
What, $500?
They ain't that cheap.
Well, I'm talking about what, a cheap seat away up in the high bleachers or something.
They're still not that cheap.
15,000. You're kidding me on $15,000 for the cheap seats.
The average price for a Super Bowl ticket was $8,600.
That's robbery. That's just extortion. That I'd never pay that. I don't care who's playing. I mean, I think it's expensive going to the Open. I mean, it must be nearly £100 for a day ticket at the Open now. It can't be far off it. I'm betting it will be this year. That's rip off prices, it is.
So it's looking like Albinario's going to take the lead.
Yeah. And the pressure on Cobra on his brake. Again, it just goes backward and forward. And we're at the halfway mark.
Well, those suites, I think those suites were over $1 million.
Yeah, that's corporate stuff, though, isn't it? That's big business that buys them.
Well, a lot of Super Bowl tickets are bought corporate stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Most of the major sporting events are. Oh, this. Oh, I thought he'd overcut that.
He did overcut.
That looked really overcut.
It was bouncing around there for. Got to get this past the side pocket.
Oh no! I mean, I watch this cue ball. He's on the point.
What did I say about getting it past the side pocket? He did, barely.
Oh, I mean, nothing against that, but I mean, I went to a few of the American football matches we had over here with the Scottish Claymores. They played at Murrayfield, and me and my mate went there 2 or 3 times. It's a great day out because it's a full, it's a full event. The event isn't just going to the game. The event's all the pre-match party stuff that goes on.
You have friends besides all of us on VP4?
Yeah, guy I used to work with. We used to nip over to Edinburgh and full day out watching the Scottish Claymores playing.
That's not good. That's exactly what Cobra didn't need.
Well, that's exactly what Albinario needs. He's got a one-rack lead.
This 3-4 is dead.
Dead. Looks like it from there. Yeah, absolutely stone dead.
So this looks like it's going to be a 2-rack lead.
So the 1 and the 2 ball, and don't hit the 5 ball. That would be my rule of thumb here. Don't hit the 5 ball when you're trying to get down in the short side of that 3. Or is Albinario going to get a wee bit defensive and just nick the 3 and duck for cover? What do you reckon? Do you think he's going to get right down there?
No, he's going to come down there.
Well, 110.
He's already got not great hair on this 2 ball.
That's
wanted more angle.
That's pretty good, Napnicker, because if that's for the Sunday, that means that the weekday tickets, the practice rounds up until the tournament day on the Thursday, they must be. I'm guessing that the tournament day on Thursday would be probably £80. I won't be far off the mark with that. I think it'll be about £80.
All right. The key here is knowing where the 3 ball's going. He looks like he's trying to run into the 10 with his cue ball. He looks like he's trying to sit there and run into the 10 with the cue ball. And it double kisses. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I think he would have been. He should have seen that double kiss. He should have hit that and made the 3 ball go up table and taken the cue ball up table.
This 7 ball once married this 7 ball.
Well, this is the easiest safety in the world here. If you don't get safe here, the 7 ball. You don't even need to put English on this. You can roll this. Oh, no. He's putting running English on it. This is not the way to play this shot.
Now, the question is...
He's going to get there, but I don't like the way he played it.
Is Chimpy still in the stream? Is Chimpy still listening? Because I'm going to... we've had 5 weeks of the 9-ball league. Chimpy was unbeaten for 4 of them. Mooncake's arrived in the stream, RD Techie. And Mooncake can confirm to Chimpy how long his winning streak was in last year's league.
£95 for Thursday and £110 for Sunday.
Yeah, that's
the Brits don't know how to gouge people. Americans, if it was 95 for
Americans,
Thursday, it would be 200 for
Sunday
or more.
It's 95 for a burger at the US Open. Yeah, and the actual 9-ball leagues we had last year, the one that you're not in this year for some inexplicable reason.
VW UK wants to play an 8-ball league? Well, if enough people want an 8-ball league, I'll do 8-ball. Means I have to do work, of course.
Well, it would need to be for numpties if Mark wants to play in it.
Boy, talk about insulting people.
Well, he keeps reminding me about that 8-ball, so I'll have a dig back at him. Well, here we go. Albinario is making his move. Oh, you were digging at me? Ah, right, I've got you now. Ah, well, I bounced back on you. It backfired on you, didn't it? Am I totally confused? Well, who the hell's Mooncake then? In fact, I've totally, probably, who was the guy that had the long winning streak last year? I get totally confused. Yeah, right, was you not in the leagues last year? Who was it that was in the league? Somebody must know that had the long...
Shouldn't that sentence be, I am a mooncake?
It was Cheeky Chico, that's it. I apologise to Mooncake for getting him involved in this. I totally... Yeah, where the hell Cheeky Chico? What's happened to him?
Here we go, Alvin breaking again.
Yeah.
What's the cue ball going to do? It did something different last time. See if he can get that same thing going on. Oh, he just moved the tip down. Let's see what he does. I don't know. This one looks like he's going to hit a popper again. No, it didn't.
It didn't do anything.
It came out flat. It did not pop.
It went Larry style back to the short reel.
He also did not get a ball in.
And he's dry again. Yeah, Cheeky Chico, that was the name I could. For some reason, I just thought it was Mooncake. No wonder Mooncake doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about.
And I like the way he hit that. That was nice. Nice positive shot there.
Well, this is a little challenge for Cobra. I mean, every ball's got a pocket. It's just a matter of finding them.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a few balls in the way, but, this is just a matter of clean cue ball movement. And that's good. So, I mean, the 6 ball, you got a couple choices, either on the rail or cut past the 8.
Well, this is...
I kind of like coming straight over from 5, going between the 8 and the, oh, this is no good. No. Yeah, you want to leave angle there, so you can just come straight across to the 6. Now he's going to have to back it up, and then he's going to have to go back and forth now on the 6 to the 7. Because you can't afford to get crazy on this 6 ball. So, yeah, probably going to have to go back and forth there. Yeah, I didn't like where he put the cue ball for the 5. He made it a lot harder.
He's got there. Just.
Yeah, he can probably roll this. If you hit this with left English, you can kill this. You don't have to go back and forth. I don't know that he will. A lot of people don't like shooting that shot. He's going to put no English and just roll it. Ole and VP. A stop shot here.
Big break coming up for Cobra to tie the match. What's happening in that snooker? I've watched none of it today. When I got home, I only had about an hour before that match started earlier this afternoon, so I had to get a quick snack, cup of coffee.
Yeah, Cobra's broken like that the whole tournament, Slim, and he's having good success. It's been very consistent.
7-3 to Gary Wilson.
Not only does it move to the side rail, it doesn't pop.
Well, he's got a ball. He's got a shot.
Yeah,
2 balls wide open.
Pretty good table. I think if he can get on the 3 good, I think he's going to run out because And a 1 to 2 is a little tricky. And he needs to get a good angle to get back up for the 3. He's
Yeah,
going
well,
to go with inside English here and go behind the 7, I think.
there's no way Gary
Yeah.
Wilson's losing that with a 7-3 lead. What is it, first to 9 or a first to 10?
And he's got the angle he needs on the 2. He didn't need, well, maybe he doesn't. That's pretty straight. He wanted a little angle back so he can move the cue ball to the right, and he's pretty straight. He may have to cheat the pocket here. I think he's going to roll forward and hit it in the left side of the pocket.
Well, I could play a big stun.
No, he's going to
No.
play it on the left side of the pocket. Well, he didn't really go much into the left. Is he okay? Yeah, he's still okay. So everything's good. He should be out here. I don't see any problems unless he misses. What did he call it? A sitter. Is that like a babysitter?
Sitter. Of course, the other thing that's a sitter is an Indian musical instrument.
That's a sitar.
I'm just checking you were listening, Steve.
Well, I guess you could call that shot in golf where they spin it into the green and it takes one hop and stops. I call that a one-hopper stopper myself.
A one-hopper stopper. Welcome to
Yeah.
Renegade King. Welcome, everybody. Everybody who hasn't said anything in the chat, that is. Because they're too shy. Right, well, we said this was a big rack for Cobra.
Yeah.
Had
No,
to
you want to
get out.
get close. You want to get close to this 8-ball. See, I don't like that. Well, actually, I do like it because he can go forward here. I like going forward instead of drawing this, and he is going forward. So that I take it back. That was fine to leave distance if you're going forward.
Just checking out with a bit of left just to keep the line.
And it's going to be an 8 apiece. So
Now
we've got
it's,
a Donnybrook.
it's not quite squeaky bum time, but it's not getting far off it.
Oh, I think these guys have had pretty squeaky. I'm not sure why he didn't that. Why don't you just stun it over and shoot the 10 in the other bucket?
Yeah, the 9 ball, you just stun that in and the cue ball rolls out 3 or 4 inches and you're in the 10 ball in the opposite corner. Seems easy enough to me.
Shot. Yeah, that's like unnecessary
yardage.
So, or hill, it's a race to 5, and anything could happen. So here's Albin breaking. Let's see what this cue ball does. Will it go to the side rail? Will it pop up in air? We're all waiting with bated breath. And it pops up in air.
And he's got a ball. And he's got another ball. And look at the table. And he's on the one if the 9 ball stays out of the way. He's done. He's done.
He's got a very
he's got an easy safety tucking that cue ball in behind the 4.
Well, he may just use the 10. I would bring the 1 ball across and come off the end rail and bump the 4 and use the 10.
Who said Steve looks like Steve won't even know who the hell Nigel Bond is.
See, I didn't like how he played that. See, what I said he should have done was taken the 1 across the table and taken the cue ball off the end rail and into the 4 ball. And he put English on it to try to hit the 1 thin and spin it over there. And this is what he ended up with. He had a very simple shot where he didn't have to put any English on it and could use the 4. And the cue ball would have been over past the 9
That's
ball.
overcut too soon. That's overcut way too soon. And he's got lucky. What a jam he got Cobra is. Well, you can tell it's nearly 8:30 because the yawns are kicking in, guys. I'm going downhill.
Well, this was fortunate. So do you think there's some nerves now? Bad safety followed by a dog? I think there's plenty of nerves right now.
Well, I think the nerves will have been eased slightly with the fact that he got lucky.
Well, he's not shooting. Of course there's no nerves. Wait till he has to shoot again. And that is not really that great. I mean, he didn't sell out, so that's good. But
well, I mean, he's just going to roll this down the rail to about level with the 6 ball and try and nick behind the 5, isn't he?
Well, he may use the 6. He's got some choices here. on how he hits this.
And if he overhits it, he wants obviously to go past the side pocket.
I don't really like going behind the 5. This is actually a funny little thing. This shot by Albin was better than I initially thought. This is tricky. If you are going to try to put him on the 5, the idea is that the 4 is helping protect the pocket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't want to put the 1 right on top of the 4, and he's trying to use the 6.
Oh, this is terrible. That is terrible because he set up the combo. I mean, that's awful.
But you know, the thing is that was just a little speed shot using a 6. I mean, you should be able to make the cue ball stop behind that 6. It only had to move a few inches. I mean, he wasn't even close.
Well, you said it, Cobra. You said it.
Yeah, that was crap there. I think a lot of that's just being uncomfortable with playing that kind of safety. You know, he didn't feel comfortable with it and kind of got a little jittery. And next thing you know, I mean, it did take some touch there, and he kind of shot that like a bricklayer.
Chimpy, just a bit of clarification for you. Remember I was saying about Mooncake's unbeaten run in the league last year? I was totally wrong because it wasn't Mooncake, it was Cheeky Chico who was in the league. Mooncake arrived tonight and hadn't a clue what the hell I was talking about because he wasn't in the league in the first place. It was Cheeky Chico that had the big long run unbeaten. That shows you how much I remember last year.
So, Albin should be out here. He's got to avoid the 9. Maybe he'll come above it. Maybe he'll just run into it.
Oh, I'll tell you, his streak was at least 8. I'll tell you that. I think it was at least about 8. Now, Renegade King, we have a champ and chum 9-ball Scottish doubles every Monday night. Slim being the champ, me being the chump, and that when we pair up. Every Monday night at 7 o'clock, 9-ball Scottish doubles. Yeah, in your dreams it was, Chimpy, but it was only 4. I'm talking about weeks, and I'm not talking about matches. I wasn't counting matches. I'm counting weeks. It was.
Well, here goes Albin back ahead. And anything could happen here. Cobra will be breaking. Albin's made some balls on the break lately, so that's a good sign for him.
Well, this is going all the way, this match. This is definitely going down to the wire. Well, I've got hair. It's just that I shave it down to the wood every week.
Hair on your ass doesn't count, Hugh.
No, I've got hair in my head, yeah, and it all gets shaved down to the bone once a week. And that was a worthy investment.
This is a big shot. This is a kind of a stun draw. Make the 1 and slide back across for the 2-6 combo. He's putting English on it, which more than I would put. Maybe I'd put a little.
Uh-oh.
And that's one of the reasons why he missed it, because that ball throws.
It starts moving, yeah.
Well, the secret to hitting that shot is you got to be a lot thicker on it than you think when you're putting English on it, because it's going to move. And that's how people miss that shot. It is just like he missed it on the thin side.
Well, the thing is, you've got to remember that any mugshot can be put as your profile picture, and you can say that's you, because nobody's going to be any the wiser. I mean, I could put a picture of Steve up and say that's me.
Well, when you put a picture of Tom Cruise up, you will know it's not you. I'm sorry, he's not a Scot. Sean Connery, that's who you'll put up.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the day I wake up completely bald with all my hairs lying in the pillow, I'll be happy with that.
Now that hurt. He's getting put back in now. That hurt.
Yeah.
Wow. You don't want to make that ball.
That's what happens. That's what happens. Who the hell's Vin Diesel? Is he an actor? Because I'll tell you something, I've never seen a film with him in it, and I probably never will.
Did he miscall that, or did he just there? Because I think he just assumed I'll be back in. I should just shoot it, but you all should miscall that. So that was a hell of a safety. Unfortunately, he made the 9 ball, and now he's got real trouble. This is a very difficult ball to hit.
I'm not as rough looking as Nick Nolte.
Is anybody?
I mean, who's that guy who's that actor that's, I'll never remember this guy's name, but he's a guy who had his face completely changed.
I don't know what he's looking at. All he has to do is hit this at like a diamond up from the rail and maybe hold it a little bit with a little bit of left English. Maybe a little past that diamond. I don't know what he's looking at.
He's trying to tie the 4 and 6 up. Good evening to semi-pro.
I would have kicked at that 1 and called the 4 ball. I mean,
Larry might look like Bette Midler.
Now that was fun.
I could just imagine. I could just picture Larry look like Bette Midler.
What do you think Larry's profile picture is going to be next time we see him playing one of these tournaments? It is going to be Bette Midler. I guarantee you he's going to come up with that picture, and it's going to be funny.
I think I'll put Jack Elam as my profile picture, because if ever there's a face with character, it's Jack Elam. One of my favourite supporting actors.
Larry, get the picture of Bette Midler. What was that movie that she was in? The way they were the 3 witches.
Oh, that was the one with Jack Nicholson was in it, wasn't he?
I don't remember him.
Jack Nicholson was in that film.
The 3 witches, and she was one of them.
Yeah.
Get the picture from that, Larry.
Was Cher not in it as well?
No.
Am I mixing the films up?
You're mixing films up. It was, who the hell was it? It was...
What do you call her?
It was Sarah Jessica Parker, Bette Midler. I'm trying to remember who the 3rd witch was. Oh, I can't believe he missed that combo. Oh, boy, he didn't cut it enough. You got to overcut those.
No, somebody's
Larry, go snag a picture of Bette Midler out of that movie. That would be perfect.
Who's Tony Wills again? You're going to have to remind me, because I can't remember people. I can't remember people. Hang on a minute here. This is getting a bit nuts now. In you go, Cobra. You've been handed it on a plate. That's terrible. I mean, he's given Cobra a free go here. I'm Rab C. Nisbet.
No, that's not the one with Bette Midler.
That's what I'm saying. The Witches of Eastwick was Jack Nicholson. I'm sure Cher was one of them. And what do you call that other one? You know her that was in the film with Dolly Parton, 9 to 5. What do you call her? She's got a partner, inverted brackets.
It was Hocus Pocus. That was.
Was it Hocus Pocus? No, I've not think of it. In fact, I've not seen any of the films anyway.
Oh, this is just. Oh yeah.
Well, you can certainly get to the 6. Michelle Pfiffer. Right, well, I'm still saying it's going to go all the way. Susan Sarandon. How's the match been? It's been like this all through the match, semi-pro. That sums it up. Albinario went 5 racks without a ball in the break.
All right, here's the picture for you, Larry. Take a look at that one. That's the picture you want. That's Winnie from Hocus Pocus.
I think that's another dry one from Albie. Yeah. Why change a habit of a lifetime? He had a couple of racks where he got a ball and a couple of balls, didn't he? So he's had 2 breaks tonight where he's had a ball in the break.
Larry, don't say I never did anything for you. That is a classy picture.
I wonder if I can see that on my phone. I wonder if that'll work. Hang on. Mind you, you're doing that on Twitch, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let's see if I can see it on my phone. Let's have a look, see if the link will work. I don't know whether I've got links working on YouTube. I might have switched them off because of all the porn stuff. I think I did. Let's have a look. Right, let's go there, go there.
Well, it came out on the restream, but you can't click on it in the restream.
No, but I'll see if we can see if it shows up. In fact, you know something? That's not coming through YouTube. I'll go to Twitch. I'll go to my Twitch channel because I'm bound to be able to get it on that. Hang on.
So you're saying it's pretty accurate without the buck teeth?
Who the hell's Twitch?
That's a hilarious movie, by the way, if anybody hasn't ever seen it. Oh, look at that shot. Did you see that shot?
No, I was looking
what
for
a
Twitch.
Shot that was. Oh, what a shot. Well, you just missed a winner. It may have been a poor push out semi-pro, but it seems to be working out for him. Wow.
Right.
Oh, is this going to get to the hole? Is this going to get to the
No,
hole?
no.
Oh, my God. He makes that beautiful kick shot. Then he does that. Oh, agony. Agony. Oh, he gets a FFS in the chat. Oh, my God. I can't believe that happened.
Oh, well, the bad news is if you go to Twitch on your phone, you don't see any of the previous chat. So that's all. I can't see anything. Somebody post that link again, Steve, on Twitch and see if I can click it.
Oh my God, I can't believe that this has happened.
Somebody copy and paste that link back into Twitch, please.
You want me to paste that link back in there?
Yeah, just see if I can click it in Twitch. I want to have a look at it.
There.
Now that should work. That works. Oh, that is an ugly bitch. Oh, good God. Well, Larry, I'll tell you something. If you'd have... I mean, she looks as if she'd been in a car crash. And she's face planted into the windscreen of the dashboard. Look at the state. She's like Bugs Bunny. In fact, I don't think there's an awful lot of makeup there because she looked pretty much like that in real life.
Yeah. Who was it that suggested Larry use Bette Midler? I think it was Coldest P. But that was an excellent suggestion. Well, Paul's here. Hey, Paul.
Oh, Paul managed to get awake.
You're here for the end of a great match. And here's Cobra kicking at the ball. Do you think he can make it again? I mean, he's got a reasonable chance of making this ball. It's sitting pretty close to the pocket. And if he makes it, he's probably going to have a shot. Oh, he hit that awful hard. Wow. Yeah, it really shortened up at that speed. I'm not sure why he hit it that hard.
There, look at this 4-ball. 4-ball goes, not a problem.
Oh, it was his ad. Okay. Well, Haz. That was a winning suggestion from Haz. I just hope Larry takes that picture. There's a bunch of pictures of her. You might be able to find a better one. All you have to do is look for Hocus Pocus. And I think they made a Hocus Pocus too.
Well, Albie gets out. Pressure back in Cobra. Breaking next rack. To stay in touch. It mounts up now. He's going to be in double figures. I'm being a bit premature here, but I'm assuming Albinario is going to get out. They're going to make a new one. Oh God, that tells you they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. And who? You know something, Steve? I didn't believe it when I heard it the other night. I think it was Friday Night Nine Ball. I don't know who mentioned it, but they said there was a Titanic 2 movie had come out. I mean, I'd never even heard of that.
Me neither.
Titanic 2. And this obviously is a film with nobody you know in it, a B movie that they made. Good God.
Well, but knowing how Hollywood is, they'll just copy whatever's worth.
They'll milk it for everything, yeah. I mean, I bet you that went straight to DVD and nobody would ever go to the cinema to watch that. And I mean...
Well, this is tough. He's going to have to maybe take this cut on the 8th. Yeah, because he couldn't hit that hard.
Albie might be having a nightmare here. He sort of...
Well, this is no gimme here.
He sort of got over the nightmare of his 6-ball in that match with Spectre Dawn by making a cut not dissimilar to this earlier on in the match. But this is the Albinario cut. Like 65% Rotten Tomatoes, not surprised. And he's nailed it.
That's pretty good. I mean, it would be higher, except if they had somebody that was like a Hugh who really liked old movies, or was a real critic, then they would not rate it very high.
I wouldn't even
but it's
lower
a
myself
movie.
to watch any.
It's actually a very entertaining movie.
Now the thing is, Larry, I don't know whether Larry's talking about Titanic 2 or whether he's talking about the one that you're talking about.
Oh, maybe he's talking about Titanic 2.
I mean, I suppose the end story of Titanic 2 is the ship still sunk again, didn't it? I mean, who could believe you would actually go and watch something like that? I mean, it even surprised me that the gall to make a Ben-Hur movie. I mean, Ben-Hur.
Well,
there was a Ben-Hur.
You already know this is a B movie. All you have to do is take a look at the cast. I don't know a single name in this. Well, Bruce Davidson, I recognize that name. I mean, they're all a bunch of nobodies.
Well, Coming to America was quite a good laugh. That was one of Eddie Murphy's best films. I enjoyed that.
All right. Well, if you'd watch that, then you got to watch Hocus Pocus. Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles was a classic.
Oh, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, that was hilarious. I mean, John Candy's so bloody annoying. And he doesn't mean to be, but yes.
Cobra's going to make this 10-10.
Can you imagine going to the sink to wash your face and there's a big pair of John Candy's pants in it? Oh dear. Coming to America 2. Was there a Coming to America 2? You're joking. I never even knew that was there. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, that's just sad. It's just sad. But I mean, there was a new Ben-Hur movie made. I mean, when Ben-Hur came out in 1959, there was already a silent version of Ben-Hur, but made in like maybe the 20s. But to make a Ben-Hur nowadays, I mean, what's the bloody point? Come up with a bit of originality, for goodness sake.
Well, this is going to be a 10-10 match here, and we're getting everything that we wanted to see, except a very high standard of play. It has not been. There's been a lot of mistakes, but we're getting a great match. So the question is, it's 10-10, race to 3. Who is going to make mistakes? Who is going to break well? Who's going to dog it? I mean, this is coming down to it, and this is a huge match because whoever wins this got a chance to win the world championship. And And there's Alvin. The ball did not pop, but he also is not making anything.
Yeah.
I don't think he made a ball. Nope. And that hurts. So remember that little spinner I talked about, Hugh? This is it right now. Little spinner off the 1 to go behind the 2, flatten out the angle, push the 1 off the 6. Little spinner shot and spin that back behind the 2.
You know, all of those movies, the one, you know, Coming to America's
he's shooting.
It's politically incorrect. Blazing Saddles was definitely politically incorrect.
Wow, did you see that? He got right in between those. He hits that 7 ball and he's snookered by the 10. Well, that was a bold move shooting at the 1, but I mean, this is pretty straightforward here if you miss the 10 ball. You just got to miss the 10 ball one way or another to get on the 3.
Yeah,
and I think if he does that, he's out.
That was not one of the best movies, I have to say, Semi-Pro. I went to the cinema to see that, by the way.
And he does the VP4 bunt to shoot the 3 in the side, which, you know, that was a smart play. He didn't have to deal with the 10 that way.
Well, Cobra is going to be back in the lead, and this could be the big turning point because he's going to be breaking huge break next rack if he can get out here.
He's going to go forward here, I think, with left English.
Well, here's something else I can confirm to you, Coldest Pillow. I have not seen any.
Now, what is he doing? He's not going forward.
The Harry Potter films, none of them.
Now, here goes Cobra with this, taking a long time on this shot. And this shot's pretty straightforward. I mean, he didn't get in the best position, but I would go forward on this. You can still get
just
by.
around the corner. This is easy, this.
And you want to get fairly straight on the 5.
I'm glad to say I've seen none of them.
And that's going to be fine. So I think he'll probably go between the 10 and the rail, but he could pull inside of it if he chooses.
He's nicking in between the 7 and the 10 here.
Yeah, going to the rail. So that's a good shot. And
well, up past the side pocket.
Yeah.
Up past the 8 ball.
Roll this and shoot the 7 ball to the right. That's going to be very well done. So, you know, this is sitting good where you can leave angle on the 8. You know, you want to leave angle on the 8, and he's in a good spot to do that. It sure makes it simple when you stay in line.
I've never seen any. What's those car movies where they made about 7 or 8 of them? What's those car movies?
The Fast and Furious
movies.
I've
never seen any of those, and I'll never see any of those. That's all crap to me, that stuff.
They're not particularly good. The first few, when Paul Walker was alive, were the best ones.
You've got to watch some of the old stuff. A lot of the old stuff. That's classic stuff. I mean, God.
And it is going to be advantage Cobra with Cobra breaking, and that's huge because Cobra is not breaking dry too often. This is a huge thing, Cobra winning this game and then breaking, because he could be on the hill.
Could be a big say in the outcome of the match. Is there a final twist though?
Well, I mean, he's got to make a ball on the break. He needs to get a shot on the 1 ball, or at least something he can play safe with. He doesn't want to have to push out. Obviously, he doesn't want to do scratch or break dry. But
here we go.
Make a ball, get a shot, and have a good table. You know, this could be. The 3 ball rattled in the pocket and didn't go in.
Right.
Did you see that 3 ball? It rattled in the pocket and popped out.
Looked in and came out. I've got all of the Lord of the Rings movies in the director's cut versions. I don't have the second trilogy, you know, the one with the Hobbit. I don't have that.
You know he's playing safe here. Try to put him on the 9. That'll work.
That
was a tricky little safe you played there. Going the other way with the one wasn't really that attractive. I think
you're
you played
talking
the
about
right
you're talking obviously about the Kirk Douglas Spartacus version from 1960, I think it was.
Well, this is
controversial scene in that movie, by the way. That was edited.
Kick at the one ball.
The reference to gay sex in that film back in the day was censored. The one with Tony Curtis and where Laurence Olivier is in the bath, and he was using a play on words, but it was "you like boys as well" type thing. So they thought this is a bit too suggestive. So the American audiences won't like that reference, so they bailed it out and cut it out of the movie.
Well,
Tony Curtis wasn't happy.
Albin's shooting like this is a two-way shot, and honestly, I don't think it is unless you're planning on playing safe on the two ball because.
Well, he looks as if he's lining up all out here, but
you can hook yourself here. I don't like this.
Well, he'll be hoping he hooks himself now because he's left it on and he hasn't.
Yeah, I didn't like that shot. I'm not sure what I would have done there, but I didn't like that shot. That was too many things that could go wrong. When you're in a match that's this tight down towards the end, you want to not take chances because if it doesn't work out, then you can lose on the shot.
Peter Ustinov in that film as well, Spartacus.
Now this is tricky because of the 8-ball. So he decides I'm just not going to mess with the 8-ball. Now he's going to play the billiard. Me personally, I would shoot this billiard because you can leave the 2-ball down on the end rail. I like the billiard, and it looks like that's what he's going to do. You just got to be comfortable with the shot. If you know the shot, then it's pretty straightforward.
And it goes.
Hit it well.
He's a bit
straight. A little funny. He's gonna have to pop this a little to get it out. This is just stun it and pop it sideways. He goes.
Oh, he's landed on top of the 3.
Well, that was a horrible decision. He needed to pop out, and stun it, and go sideways out.
Well, I think his idea was he was trying to go forward and spin into the 10 and 9 and be on the 3 that way, but
no, he was trying to bump. He was trying to bump the 3 and get on top of it. He just needed to stun that sideways and get out.
Yeah,
all he needed was a little angle, and he was fine.
The other thing is he can't get out of there. He can't get out of there at all.
Yeah, he can run into the 9 and stop it there.
Well,
he didn't get there. I mean, that was just a terrible decision on that 2-ball to go forward with it. I don't know what he was thinking. So he's gonna be hooked by the 10 here. I think Albin's gonna play it back to get him on the 10. I mean, he could try to get the 3-ball out of there, but that's a little tricky. I think he's going to thin this 3 and just bring it back on the 10-ball. Not real thin. I mean, he's not going to cut it down the rail. And that shot's a little tricky. That's not a guaranteed safety if he tries to play behind the 10.
Well, there's a name I don't recognise. Who's Joseph Travis in VP4? Welcome back to Vertical Liquid.
And he tries to get it out of there, and that was a tough shot too, and he sells out. No, maybe not. The 3-4 does not go. So this is a little touchy if you're Cobra. You can play a safety with the 3 and 4 where you use the 4 as a blocker. So you would hit the 3 into the 4 and slide the cue ball past the 4 and use the 4 to block the 3. That's kind of a touchy safe. If you're not used to playing that kind of shot, it's probably not that attractive to you. But I think that might be the best shot here. He's going to try to combo this. I think this is
way ambitious.
No, I'd play the 3 into the 4 and run the cue ball up towards the 8 and use the 4 as a blocker. Put the 3 on the rail and use the 4 as a blocker. There's no way he's making this combo.
Yes, it is, but he's scratched. In fact, they all went in. The 3 and the 4 and the cue ball.
Talk Talk about a gift wrap game. Wow. That's, well, the one thing Cobra's got going for him is Albin breaks next.
Well, I wish I had the replay working because that was 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, he should have shot. I'll tell you what, you go back and you set up that safety. I'm talking about an offline, and you'll find that safety. It's a little touchy, but it's definitely very doable.
I wish I had time to do this.
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
Wow.
Well, 11 apiece. I told you a long while ago this is going all the way.
Yeah, well, I mean, these guys have had so many close matches. So,
right, well.
Now the question is, can Albin make one on the break? He's gotten rid of that little pop, which is nice. I think if he does that same break he's been doing, but cuts this a little, he'd be a little better off. It looks like that's what he's trying to do. And now it looks like he's going more straight.
Yeah, he's straight at it.
And there he did the pop.
And
but he got a ball in.
Two ball got kicked in by the 7 as well.
And he's got no shot. Wow. So he doesn't have an edge, so he's either kicking at this 3 ball or
he's got an edge. Problem is he's bringing it into the table doing that though.
Does he have an edge?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he's got an edge. He's got an edge.
Yeah, but he's not going to get cover shooting at that edge. I would push out here myself because he's not going to get cover. Oh, he's trying to get it on the 7. Yeah, that was a tough shot. Now, the one thing he's got going for him is Cobra's not going to know what to do here.
Well,
but I can tell you, I can tell you what the shot is. Let's see how close that rail is. The 3 ball.
He's not going to try and.
I'd put him on a 7. I put him on a 7 ball.
Watch the jaw. Watch the jaw. Oh, he might get a lucky kick there. He might get a little bump there that's helped him.
Yeah, that's a good shot. I wouldn't have played that shot, but that's a good shot. So he's got Albin kicking, and if he doesn't get this, he's probably not getting safe here. I mean, he could, but chances are he's going to sell out here. Alvin called the ball. It's 2 rails. You really want to go 2 rails into that, and that's going to be a sellout. So he's going to have to go around the table to get on this 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, probably 4 rails. He wants to go end rail, long rail, go between the 6 and 7, end rail, long rail. This is very doable, but you got to be used to moving the cue ball around the table like this. Let's see if you can get the line right. Thing is even if you don't get the line right and run into the 7, it's not that bad. Oh, and he missed the ball. Oh my God.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's not good. So Albin will play safe here. I don't see Albin shooting this. Albin will take the cue ball down behind the 9, 4, 10, put the 3 ball in the middle of the long rail. So, I mean, this is a pretty straightforward shot. Probably go in, but you got your choice. You can go between the 5 and 9 or go between the 4 and 9. I think, let's see, what would I do?
Yeah, you can tell the both of them are nervous because this is the most that Cobra and Albinario ever chat in a match.
I would go behind between the 5 and 9. See, I would never do that. That's a weak play. I would have taken the cue ball down behind that 4-9. Oh, that's a terrible play.
Well, they're spending more time chatting and playing here at the moment.
Yeah, that was not a good play by Albin. That was a little surprising. Maybe he's being distracted by the chat. So this one, he's got to. Well, he's shooting at it, which I don't think. Cobra banks pretty good. I don't think this is a bad choice. He's got to get the cue ball to come across though, past the 7. and he didn't make the ball, and the cue ball was no good anyways. You know, that I'm not sure I would have shot at that bank. He could have played safe and sent the 3 ball down there towards the 5 and 9 and tried to use them and hook it. And you know, the reason why I didn't like that bank was because it was kind of hard to get the cue ball over.
You know, I've been asking the last couple of weeks. I was saying on the stream, I say, who's this guy, Travis? Whatever he said, his full name is Travis something T. Who's this guy that keeps sending me friend requests? And nobody called Joseph Travis stepped up in the stream and said it's me. So I don't know who it is. So I'm going to delete them. Now I know who it is.
Oh, and that was well played there by
Well,
Alvin. I mean, there's been some big mistakes made this rack. I think there's been.
He's going to have to punch this a wee bit.
There's been 4 incorrect plays already this rack.
Yeah, he's
2
good.
by each of them.
He's good.
So you kind of got to decide how you're coming out here. I like not going behind the 9 or 10. Make sure you don't. And he plays it in a very safe way, and I think that's smart. Make sure you can't hook yourself.
I'll tell you something cold as pillow. Since VP4 launched, as far as I know, I might have sent 1 friend request at one time, but apart from that, no, none. I don't need friends. I'm unloved on here anyway, so why do I need friends?
Well, that was a little cautious. He comes up a little short here, so you got to decide what you're doing here. Are you going to run it at the 10? Are you going to do something else? He looks like he's going to come out and just be wide of it. Just dink it. And that's well done.
Yeah, well, is Albinario going to be in the hill?
Well, he's going to be on the hill.
Cobra break to stay in the match.
But, you know, there was some big boo-boos in this game.
Yeah.
It was like, who wants to make a worse mistake? Is it Alvin or Cobra?
Well, the thing is, regardless of who wins, either of them may be fearing their survival in the tournament up against Vinces.
Well, both these guys need to go back after this match and watch the stream and review it, because there were some really good things done, and there were some really bad things done.
Nothing doing, and the 1 ball cuts.
Yeah, well, this could be it. I mean, this is not an easy rack, though. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a run out if he gets out here. He may play safe on this shot. Well, he may just put this cue ball. He may just bank this 1 over and put the cue ball on the 4 or the 7 ball.
Mm-hmm.
I like putting on the 7 myself. I'd probably play safe here.
Yeah, I probably would as well. Bear in mind, you've got to work the cue ball a bit.
I don't like the way he played safe there. That's not the way I would have played safe, but it's going to be effective.
Yeah, that's got the job done.
So he can spin off the long rail and kick into this and potentially get safe if he gets it to miss the 4 ball. Well, that's tough. Okay, the safe here is you're going to play that kick as you're taking the cue ball down table.
Where's he going? He's called it into the bottom left-hand corner as we look.
I like the kick I was talking about off the long rail. Yeah, but you got to get more of the 1 than that.
Here we go.
If you got more of the 1, the cue ball would have gone down table and like towards the end rail.
Well, what's Cobra going to do here? What's he deciding? Ball in hand. Hey, Albie, not Cobra. I'm past my bedtime. I've got an excuse.
He's got to figure out how to get it down, where he can either shoot it in the side or shoot it in the corner. So this is kind of tricky going this way. I wouldn't be that excited about shooting it this way. I would probably.
Yeah, he's just trying to go through. He's trying to miss the 3 ball and just run up above the 2.
I understand what he's trying to do. This is kind of a touchy shot. I don't think it's tight enough. I wouldn't shoot this.
He's running into the 2, but I think he's going to be
That's
good.
okay though. A little bump on the 2 was going to be okay. A bump on the 3 probably wasn't.
So
look at this good night that Slim gives.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Man,
Now,
was that what your mom said to you when you were a little kid? I mean, that's a hell of a good night.
the thing is he trying to get in this 3 where he can drop down for the 4 on the side, or is he going to end up playing this 4-7 combo, or having to make it? Well,
No, he's gonna play the 4 ball in the corner. He's just gonna slide this over to the long rail. He's just gonna go straight
no, he's
forward.
just going straight through.
Yeah, I mean, he's in a pretty good spot here. You want to get on this 4 pretty good, and you don't want to be glued to the rail. You want to have the option of having the Q-tip down, and he's got that. So he can stun this and shoot the 5 in the side. He could try to stop it and shoot the 5 in the corner. I think he's gonna stun over and shoot the 5 in the side. What's he doing? Yeah, I think he's going to stun this and shoot the 5, either that or easy one. He goes with the easy one. So, yeah, he's a little funny here. I think he's going to have to slide across. He's not straight enough on the 5 to hold it. Not
Yeah.
good angle on the 6.
Well, he needs a firm stun to get out and make that line in the 6.
He could even come back and shoot this in the side pocket if he wants.
No, he's trying to hold it. He's held it.
To hold it, and he's held it enough. I wouldn't have shot that. That was a little too easy to like screw up my mind. But Alvin likes those shots, and he hits them good.
So 9-10 combo, 10 ball back up. It's he's left himself in this little tweaky 7 ball, but you'd expect him to get it, no problem. But then again,
and Cobra's looks like he's going to get Albinario rised again.
Yeah. And it goes.
And this certainly was a match that Cobra could have won. I mean, Alvin made plenty of mistakes.
Well, where will it go wrong here? I mean, 10 ball comes up, just keeps himself a decent angle for the 10 ball into the side, more than likely.
For a player like Alvin, it's probably not going to go wrong. I mean, the biggest problem here is that if he rolls this, he needs to take the cue ball to the end rail. He's going to back this up. He's got to hit this square so the 9 ball sits there. And
Uh oh. Here we go.
I might have gone forward with that cue ball.
Oh, yeah.
Played for the 9 ball to move over. I'd probably play safe here.
Now, what's he called here? He's called the 9, but where's he called it? Up, down?
Yeah, I would play safe here. I would thin the 9 and use the 10, take the cue ball up table. I wouldn't shoot this, but on these pockets, I can kind of understand shooting this. It's just a little tight. He's going to have to hit it with English to get the cue ball by. I mean, it's a doable bank, but it's a scary shot. Ooh, I'm scared and I'm not even shooting.
Nope, nowhere near it.
Yeah, I mean, I would have played safe there. You talk about a shot where you talk about a situation where don't take the chance. That was it. I mean, the safety was reasonably easy compared to that shot.
Well, what about Cobra? Look at what he's going to have to dish up here to survive. I mean, this is all or nothing. And let's be honest, he didn't think he was going to have a shot at all.
This is just make the ball, because you got your choice. You can shoot it in either corner pocket. I like cutting it to the right, and because you can hit it. Let the cue ball go to the side rail, end rail, and come out.
And it goes. It needs to keep running. It needs to keep running.
Hit it harder, but he's okay.
Well, we are. Well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I don't want to take any blame.
Nothing's a gimme at this point. This is why we shoot them. We shoot them all.
Right. Well, this to take it all the way.
Yeah, I think Albin should have gone forward on that combination with the cue ball. And I think he's going to regret not doing that. He'll go back and set that up an offline and try that and see that going forward was probably
No,
better.
I thought it was catching the jaw, but in it
Scraped
goes.
in.
Here we are. I told
Go
you.
ahead. And guess who's breaking?
Oh dear.
It's Alvin. he's praying. He's praying to make a ball.
Oh.
He is praying to make a ball.
Well, I think the last 10-ball tournament, Albie was breaking crap, and I got a video on my channel where he had the best break of the whole tournament. He potted 5 balls in the break. Can he get something that matches that?
Well, he'd settle for 1 on the shot on the 1 ball. Well, let's see what the cue ball does. Is he going to hit the hopper, or is he going to hit the one that doesn't hop? I think he's going to hit the hopper. He's got the butt up. Here we go. Here goes a hopper, and you better hope it doesn't break dry. Oh, it didn't hop.
But
he also didn't make a ball. Oh, is he going to get a hook with the 8 ball? Is the 8 ball going to... Oh, Cobra's going to have to push out or jump this.
Yeah, well, I don't think Cobra fancies a jump. Albinario.
Now, this is a tough push out where that 1 ball is.
Albinario's got him frightened to the jumps because Albinario's been successful with the jumps. The 2 that he's played.
I'll tell you, if I was going to push this, what I would do is I would push into the 5 ball and leave a kick, an easier kick on the 1. I would roll up into the 5 ball, bump the 5 ball maybe to the rail, or just maybe bump it gently. You want to make sure yeah, I would bump it. I would put the cue ball about where the 5 ball is and push the 5 to the rail here and then take that kick on the 1. I would not do this. Too easy.
Well, he's
Too
giving him
freaking easy.
He's giving him a shot in the 1, but the 3 and 4, I don't know that they're a combo. They're not.
If you shoot the shot I'm talking about, now you got the 5, 3, 4 all on the rail, and you're kicking at the 1 where you can kick the 1 down table and bring the cue ball back behind the 5 for. You know, all he did there was give up the table and go, here, Alvin, see if you can run out, or see if you can safe me to death, or see what bad things you can do to me, Alvin. I mean, that was not the right play there.
I don't know. This is awkward. Let's have a look
this
at the
is
2.
awkward. But the thing is
See, you obviously want to cut this 2 ball and try and get the cue ball away, but you can end.
I'm not sure I'd shoot this ball.
Aye, because if you get really unlucky, you end up potting the 2 and you've no shot in the 3. You can't get to the 3.
I think I would thin the 2 ball, take the cue ball 3 rails, and try to put it behind the 9. Now that's a pretty advanced shot because you got to spin this up. You got to cut it thin and spin it up.
Oh, very
I kind of doubt he'll try that shot. You could take the 2 straight down.
Well, you need to be quick, Albie. That 10 ball always worried me there.
Yeah, I would have taken
that way.
I would have taken the 2 ball if I was going to play a simple safe. I would have taken the cue ball straight down the table between the 7, 8, and taken and put the cue ball over by the long rail.
This is also going to be tricky. Once Cobra pots this, in fact, is it worthwhile actually potting the 2? Because it might be difficult to get a good safety off this 3-4 where they're sitting.
Yeah, it's not sitting in a good spot. I'm not sure I'd pot the 2.
I mean, I don't know whether there's any value in this at all.
I think I just cut the 2 by cut it by the 6 ball.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
That's and use the 10-6 to play safe. But he didn't get safe. He didn't get there.
He didn't get the cover. Well, he's got his left on edge, but there certainly wasn't any value in potting that.
Well, I think he made the right play, but he didn't execute it well.
Yeah, well, another inch and a half, and he would have been pretty good. I'm
not sure how much good this edge does. You might have to kick at this ball. You could kick it off the 7. This is kind of tricky here.
Well, if you're
gonna kick at it, you got to kick it off the 7. He's going at the edge of it, and that's tough.
Oh, he's
He,
okay.
he hit a. That's a great shot.
He's
I don't know what he
okay.
was playing, but that's a great shot if that's what he was playing, because that was tricky.
Now, what Cobra wants to do is hit this 2-ball full in the face and punch it around the table. That's what he wants.
Well, it's either full in the face and 2 rail and take the cue ball up table.
Well, he's trying to nick it along the rail. He's calling it along the rail.
Yeah, and that's not bad because the cue ball will go up table, but you got to hit this with some speed. So if you miss the 2 ball, it comes back to the middle of the rail.
Cue ball. Oh, that could be a disaster. Oh, look at where the 2 ball's gone now. So this is a big draw into the 4 and 5, is it? The 3 and 4, sorry.
Yeah, that's an absolute huge mistake there.
Well,
you could do a lot of things there, but you couldn't do that.
Big draw, and then hang on a minute.
Well, that's about as good as he was going to get there. And the reason why is he was always going to run back into the 3 because it was just going to sit after it hit the 4.
Albie's going to bite the bullet here and go all out for it.
It's either that or play safe. You got a choice here. The safety's easy.
He's going all out for it. Yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, good decision. I mean, he made the ball easily and he opened things up. So I think that was a nice play.
It's looking like a fatal scratch from Cobra.
Well, is he going to play this in the corner or the side? He's going to play it in the corner. And that's perfect. Little tougher position that way, but now he's golden.
Yeah, just a stud. Play this down in the corner, I presume.
Yeah, this is pretty much connect the dots here.
Well, he wants the right angle on this 7 ball though. He wants the right angle.
Albinario says one of us won't get much sleep.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what. How about the night I dogged a ball that cost me $2,500? You think I slept that night?
Right. Well,
I can handle losing a VP4 match a lot more than losing $2,500.
This is just a little jabby punch just to come off the 7.
Yeah, this is done, man. He's out here. I mean, there's no way Alvin's not getting out here. It's not like when he had the combo where you could screw that up. There's no way he's screwing this up. He's probably going to go forward.
Vince says he's about to find out who his opponent's going to be in the semi-final match.
See that shot where he slammed it? That was the shot Cobra needed to do when he had that 2 ball and tried to go forward.
Yeah, exactly. He had to slam that. But Cobra's nemesis has come back to haunt him again.
Well, it's been like that. Cobra's definitely gotten the worst out of these matches with Albin, but they've been so many close ones. Well, what a match that was.
Well done to Albie. Yeah,
you gotta love watching that. I mean, that was very entertaining.
So, we are almost there. We're almost there. We're going to have a look at these stats. They're going to be terrible for Albie.
Well, his brake stats aren't going to look good. That's for sure.
No. Albinario. Oh, good. Oh, it's gone again. Why is it when I'm clicking the name, sometimes it's disappearing? We'll try again. Right, let's see. Get it.
Well, I think that's a funny comment by Cobra. I think that there's going to be a lot of people rooting for Spectre Don because he hasn't won one of these things. Right. Yeah, take care, Mooncake. Thanks, Mark.
Right, good night, guys. Thanks for watching.
Well, let's see what these really look like here.
Well, Albinario 0.46.
Oh God.
Runouts from the break 0.
So Cobra didn't break as good as he's been breaking, but it was still double almost what Albin did percentage-wise. And you look at the runouts from the break. Well, of course, Albin's got 0. He never made balls hardly ever.
So look, Cobra had 6 runouts. Rax run in total. Albinario 1. You know,
yeah, and that with those stats, you would think Cobra would have won the match.
Exactly. You look at that and you think, well, that's pretty good. 6 Rax run. He must have won, and he still ended up losing.
It was the other intangibles. What it
Yeah.
says is that Albin won a lot of safety battles because, you know, when you're that one-sided on the brake, Rax runs from the brake, you know, to win, you've got to outmove the guy, and I think that's what happened there. That
Right.
and a few too many missed shots late in the rack for Cobra.
Well, if one pocket slim's still there, you could be called into action because it depends on the availability of Vinces with Albinario. Now, obviously today, Vinces was around at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Now, if that happens on Tuesday or Wednesday this week, that'd be pretty good in terms of me getting it. It just depends, obviously, on how quick these guys want to get this done, because they do have up until February the 26th as a deadline to get this done. So they might not rush into it. They might wait till the weekend again. But of course, then it means that Spectre Don's going to have to beat one of these guys twice because he sent all of these two guys to the one lost side. Obviously, today that's what happened to Vinces. So we'll see how that goes, how quickly they want to get it done.
I think that's going to be a heck of a match, Albinario and Vinces.
Well, I wouldn't call it. Not after seeing what's happened tonight. I definitely wouldn't call it. Right, well, unless there's anything else you want to discuss, Steve, I'm going to, what time is that? 9:20. I'm off to bed.
The only thing I want to say is let's get more people signed up for Honolulu.
Yes, because I think the last time I checked, it was about 7 in.
We got 8 now.
Oh well, that's an improvement. At least that's an even number.
Yeah, well, we need at least another 8. I mean, a minimum 16 on this thing. So.
Well, I think Albinario and Cobra will get into that as well. You know, I think they'll be up for it. They'll fancy their chances in it, especially with Stubborn in it, because they always want to take him out. And there's plenty of room for loads of other people to get in, and it starts on. Well, in terms of my time zone, it starts on Friday, March the 1st at 11 p.m. So that's a couple of weeks away yet, so still plenty of time for people to get in. We've got week 6 of the leagues coming up on Saturday. I've obviously got to work out what my team's going to be. Larry's in. I think Bill will want a week off. And then I've got to hope Matt is going to be available, so I need to check him out. And then if Tam's still there, I need to know whether he fancies playing or whether Golden Pillows up for it. So we'll work that out over the next day or two. Right. It's very much good night time, chaps. And thanks to Steve. Thanks to all your company. Enjoyable match. Well done to Albinario. Unlucky to Cobra. Cobra will bounce back though. And with that, we'll say good night and see you again soon. Take care.
Good night, guys.
See you later.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Hasta la vista, baby. Hasta la vista, baby.
Good night, ladies.